La edad es solo un número es una producción de la Alianza Hispana, con el generoso patrocinio de Next 50 Initiative, a quienes agradecemos profundamente por creer en esta visión de construir una sociedad más justa, inclusiva y sin prejuicios de edad. Bienvenido a La edad es solo un número. Perfecto, ya estamos en vivo. Muchísimas gracias. Estamos en un nuevo episodio. Gracias a todos los que nos han estado acompañando desde el primer episodio que comenzamos este podcast titulado La edad es solo un número. Quiero recordarles que cada semana, cada martes estamos teniendo estos videos tanto en el canal de YouTube, que lo pueden encontrar como la Alianza Hispana Boston, o también en Facebook. Así que acompáñenos, suscríbanse, compartan estos videos, porque tenemos cada semana invitados e invitadas muy, muy especiales. Y bueno, recordarles que también este espacio es para poder desafiar las ideas que tenemos acerca de envejecer y poder encontrar nuevas ideas, prácticas, a través de una nueva filosofía de vida que nos ayude a tener una mejor sociedad, que sobre todo también incluye a las personas de cualquier edad. So, welcome to Age is Just a Number. This is a space where we challenge the stereotypes. We want to confront systems that allow ageism in our lives, in our society. So, we want to reframe what it truly means to grow older in today's society. So, today we are honored to welcome Fatima Rodriguez. She's Protective Service Director at Central Boston Elder Services. Fatima oversees adult protective services, including intake, case work, supervisory leadership, and police development, protecting adults age 60 and older who are at high risk of neglect, abuse, or exploitation. So, Fatima, thank you for joining us today. In order to know you better, who is Fatima? What do you want to share with our audience?
Well, I am a big advocate in the community, within the community, the city of Boston. Collaboration is a big thing for me, community providers that work with older adults in the community. I'm also a person that is involved with the autism community as well. So this is if you ask around about me, that's probably what people would say, that I'm an advocate for autism and older adults in the
Perfect.
community.
An advocate. Thank you so much. Are you a mother?
I am a mother. I am a mother of three.
Oh, three.
Yeah, and I have a grandson,
A grandson.
Giovanni. I have a grandson, Giovanni. He is
Perfect.
8 months.
Okay.
So he's a blessing to have. I also
Sure.
have a young adult. My son is autistic.
Okay.
His name is Victor. So a mother and a grandmother. I love working out,
Mm.
uh, like music. I love to cook all kinds of foods.
Of course, of course. We share this in our community, this passion for food. I am from Mexico, so the other day my wife was telling me that in Mexico we love to create many, many new dishes. And this is the only reason that we don't dominate the world, because we are spending time, no, cooking.
Yes, yes.
So this is amazing. So thank you for being part of this space. So I want to start with this question. When you hear the phrase "age is just a number," what does it mean to you from your professional and human perspective?
Well, what that means to me when I hear that, age is just a number, right? Because we were once we were once infants. We
Mm,
were once teenagers,
mm,
and we were once 30, 40 years old. So when we think about older adults, 60 and up, I don't think about age. I think about, this is a person that once was a child,
mm,
once was a teacher, once was
mm,
many you meet lawyers, older adults that are retired, lawyers, teachers, firefighters. So these are people like all of us that have a wealth of knowledge,
Mm,
wisdom, and experience, but they have become at that age where they they will need support, right? Family support. Some of them don't have any family members. Maybe the kids have moved to another state, they're not there anymore.
mm,
Maybe they have lost their loved ones, right?
mm,
So when I think of age is not it's when I think about that, I think about this person has not changed.
mm.
They're getting older, but they're still people, right? And
Yeah,
we're all gonna get there if we're blessed to get there,
yeah, yeah,
to
it's so
be to be
powerful.
to be older adults. Yes.
Yeah, it's true because something that I found in our community, sometimes we dehumanize the people behind of the maybe I can present myself. Okay, I am 60 or 70, and we start maybe thinking in lower our expectations, or
Yes.
sometimes having these assumptions. Oh, yeah, you are not capable of things. Instead of that, thinking in, oh, you were a child, a teenager, or a lawyer, or a doctor. So this is so powerful. And from your experience in adult protective services, how does ageism or this discrimination based on age increase the vulnerability for older adults?
Well, it in all factors and ways, right? So we got to
Mhm.
think about the LGBT community,
Mm,
right? We have
mm,
older adults that in this day and age, I know that LGBT, we talk about it a lot. It's welcomed, right? There
mm,
there is still some stigma here and there, but
mhm,
older adults, LGBT older adults, they when they came out many years ago, right? There was a lot of discrimination,
mhm,
right? So imagine our older adult in this day and age where there is resources for them for
mm,
LGBT, but they don't know how to go about it. They still live
mm.
with that stigma.
Okay.
And so they can easily isolate themselves, right?
Mm,
Not ask for help, be
mm,
scared, um, decline services because they don't want a provider to go in their house and judge them.
mm,
So that's one scenario. Um, Also, too, who when you think about older adults that need help, um, it might be a little bit embarrassing because they want
mm,
to do things for themselves, and it's hard to accept people in your house, right? To trust
mm,
a stranger
mm. Yeah.
to come into your house. So you may have people that decline services because of that, or are ashamed if they've been financially exploited or
Mm,
scammed. They may be
mm-hmm.
embarrassed,
Yeah.
right? Say
Yeah.
that they've gotten scammed. So, and we think about physical abuse, right? So if someone is in a domestic, has been in a physical abuse situation for many years, and they're in their adulthood and that's all they know. It's hard for them to break away from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's caregiver neglect, or there's a caregiver that's caring for them but is neglecting them or abusing them,
Mm,
and they don't want to let go of that person because maybe that's they're gonna feel lonely. So those are some of the things that I've experienced.
yeah.
Um, so
I lost it, the transmission for one moment. Give me 1 second. Can you
Oh,
hear
you
me?
were frozen. You were frozen there for a second.
Oh, okay. Okay, ready. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you
Okay,
now.
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was thinking in trying to follow this order of ideas about many people only hear about adult protect service during sometimes crisis. So can you help us to understand what adult protect services is and what is not?
Okay. Well, adult protective services, the simple way that I can explain it is that we are investigators. We're not
Okay.
case managers, we're not social workers. So
Mm,
we are investigators. I compare it to Department of Children's and Families. So when someone's making a report for DCF for children, they go out, they investigate, and if
mm,
they substantiate a case, they're referring the family, the children to interventions and services, right?
okay.
So with Adult Protective Services, we are investigators. We're investigating alleged reports, right? Alleged
Mm,
abuse, alleged financial exploitation, alleged physical abuse, self-neglect. So we go out, we investigate, we meet with the older adult. We do not disclose who the reporter is. We contact collaterals as needed.
mm,
We request police reports if we need to, bank statements. So if there's probable cause to substantiate the case,
mm,
we open the case. We are short-term intervention crisis intervention. So we are reaching out, making referrals to community providers, right?
mm,
And referrals can be to home care services. It could be to the district attorney's office to do their investigation to prosecute.
mm,
We could be making referrals to money management. We could be
mm,
making referrals to companion services. Or maybe Greater Boston Legal Services. So we are, it's very important for us to connect to community providers so that we know what's out there, what services are out there for older adults to connect
mm,
to those services. And we have to be mindful that if an older adult still has the decisional capacity to make their own decisions, they have the right to refuse services, right?
mm,
You
yeah.
can't force anyone to to receive services, so they have the right to do that. They have the right to not cooperate with the investigation.
Mm,
But that doesn't mean we stop there. We continue the investigation. We try to engage rapport with the older adult to help them. Um, and again, a lot of questions that I get is, we made a report, the case was closed, or, we try to help this elder and, the case was terminated. It's okay to make another report as many times
mm,
as you want because situations change, right? Situations
yeah.
can change.
Yeah. No, no, thank you for the explanation because something that I was getting at, you are like a bridge, no? So you start the investigation, but older you bring information to connect different services vendors or anyone or anything that can help to the older adult. So, and maybe you already answered this question, but one of the most complex issues that you address is self-neglect. So, how do you approach cases where safety concern exist, but the individual insists on maintaining independence? No, it's like okay, I don't want to to move forward with this. So, do you want to share a little bit more, or maybe you already answered this question that we had?
I can share a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. Those cases can be very complicated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you have an older adult that may be, uh, let's, I have hoarder situations. I have, let's take scam. Let's
Mm-hmm.
take scams, for instance. So an older adult may be in a romance scam. And
Mm.
they're thinking they're talking to John Travolta, and John Travolta is asking them for money.
Mm. Brad
And
Pitt.
yes, yes, and this older adult is continuing to engage in sending money, and
Mm.
we're having a conversation with this older adult, and
Mm.
the bank has seized, has changed their accounts or stopped payment on certain things. So all those signs are there, right? That this
Mm.
older adult is being scammed and a romance scam.
Yeah.
Um, so it is difficult because how can you change someone's mind and they have decisional capacity to continue to do that? So our approach is we try to build rapport, we try to educate the older adult.
Mm.
We try to confirm if whether or not this person has decisional capacity, right, with a medical professional. So that is something that we do as well. So we will try every possible avenue.
Mm,
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes we're able to maybe say, maybe this person needs a conservator to help manage their money
mm,
and give them a little money and help them to protect their assets, their mortgage. So basically their bills and everything's being paid. So whatever little stipend they get, they can if they can go spend it on the scammer, right? Whether it's
mm,
200, 400, but at least we help to secure
mm.
this person to not be in financial hardship
Yeah.
because it can affect someone being homeless, right? If you're
Yeah.
giving the romance, the scammer all your money. So that's just one of the scenarios where we how we can handle things.
No, and thank you for sharing these so specific examples because I really believe that is they are more common that we want to accept. So I also believe that information is power. So if we have more examples, more information, and maybe we are living something similar, we can get I don't know, the decision to ask for help or to recognize that, okay, maybe this relationship is not very good for me or this situation. So you serve a highly diverse urban community and you bring bilingual and cultural fluency into your leadership. So how do language and cultural understanding change the way that older adults engage with protective services? Because this is the question. Because sometimes um, I'm from Mexico and maybe I don't feel comfortable speaking English, but I have this situation in my life. So how can I ask for help? So what do you want to share about this?
Well, it's very imperative. It's very imperative for us because we are in a diverse cultural um, section of the city,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 19 protective services agencies within the state of Massachusetts. So, protective service at Central Boston, we cover from East Boston, Charlestown, Roxbury, Jamaica Plain, Hyde Park, and so it's very important that we have a diverse culture
Mm-hmm.
staff. So we do. We have Cape Verdean speaking, we have Haitian Creole, we have Spanish, we
Mm-hmm.
have Russian. So just the agency as a whole, Central Boston, we have Chinese Mandarin, we have all kinds of languages, right? African languages, very diverse.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pleasure to work with a diverse culture because it does make a difference, right?
Mm.
So if you're from Mexico and your native language is Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of English.
Yep.
You would feel more comfortable to sit down with someone that understands your language, that is coming to you with allegations that are
Mm.
reported, to speak to you on your level, because so many times, if you go to someone and you say, an English speaking person, perfect,
Mm-hmm.
English is my first language, and you come with this language, are you being financially exploited? Some
Mm.
people don't understand what that means, right?
Yeah,
So
you're
you
right.
have to you have to come up with another word, right? You have to explain it in a way that someone's going to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, when we have reports that are specifically to a population that is saying this person speaks this language, this person speaks that language, or they need an interpreter, we can request interpreter, but we usually assign those cases to someone that can speak that native
Mm.
language.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So I would like to move to another more personal or focus into your leadership question. So you lead teams working in emotionally demanding environments, and also you help shape policy and procedures. So eh, from your perspective, what kind of leadership is required to protect older adults while also protecting the workforce doing this critical work? Because you're,
So, yeah,
tell
good
us.
question. As a leader in this position, you have to deal with the human side and the technical side,
Mm,
right? So we are contracted with the state. We are not state employees.
okay.
So we have to abide by state regulations,
Mm,
right? So it's taking those state regulations, communicating it to my staff. How do I communicate that to my staff? And
okay.
then I have my staff in the front field going out, right? We're dealing with the human side.
Mm-hmm,
And then
mm-hmm.
documentation is a big thing. So you have
Yep.
to come in and take that human side and put it into the case record
Mm-hmm.
and do the steps that the state is requiring us to do, right? So that
Yep.
could be kind of challenging.
Mm,
So with my approach, I have created focus groups. So I have a focus group with my protective service workers,
mm,
focus group with my management team, so that I can get feedback on a quarterly basis to understand what challenges are each of you facing and how can I improve? What can we do to improve as a team so that we can help keep older adults safe in the community and also meet the regulations with the state?
mm.
So it's very important that I stay connected with the front line
Mm-hmm.
and all levels of my team. Yeah.
No, no, thank you. And what do you do in order to take care of yourself? Because you are a mother, you are a grandmother, you have this kind of leadership that's so important. So tell us, because I want to ask you because sometimes we are living in with many hats, with many responsibilities, but maybe we are not taking care ourselves. What do you do for your life?
Well, making sure that I take time off for vacations,
Mm,
right?
okay, rest.
Uh, Making sure that I have alone time,
Mm,
working out, whether it's running, walking.
mm,
It's cold outside. So, if I can't make it to the gym or walk,
mm,
I can do something in the house. Music,
mm,
I love music. So listening to music, just little things
mm,
to escape. Spending
mm,
time with family, just
mm,
spending time with family, and learning new things. I want to learn how to play the saxophone. So
mm. Oh,
that's a new
nice.
thing on the list. Yeah. So finding an outlet, something totally different, getting away from the fast pace because protective services is very fast paced. I enjoy the fast pace,
Yep.
but also too having that space where, maybe before I start work, I have an hour. I get up and I sit
Mm,
and be quiet and meditate and really focus on myself before I jump in because I know that the minute 9 o'clock hits and I open up my email,
mm,
I'm already saying, okay, I'm ready for whatever's to come, and it's gonna be a busy day. So,
yeah.
just embracing that, but allowing
Mm.
myself to have peace as well.
Yeah. No, thank you. I wanted to ask you this because in our culture, I found that mostly women have this kind of heavy responsibility on their shoulders, like, oh, I need to serve all the time, so I don't have
Yeah.
time for me. And while we were growing older, sometimes we believe the same. So I think it's very important to change our mind, our belief about, okay, this is the moment to take care of our myself, spending more time resting or with or friends or enjoying a hobby, something like that. So thank you for sharing that. So
Thank you.
my last question is, uh, if we truly believe that age is just a number, what systemic changes would you want to see in how we design services for older adults?
Well, I would like to see more engagement, more
Mm,
fun stuff, dancing, right?
mm,
you know, dancing. It could be
Mm-hmm.
salsa. It could be, just whatever population we're dealing with. Bring the youth back, right?
Mm.
Get to know them more. What were they like when they were children? What did they like? What did they
Mm-hmm.
do? What did they enjoy? And bring them back. Bring them back to that moment so that they can feel youthful again. So dancing,
Hmm.
music,
Mm.
right? Reading,
Yeah.
pairing older adults together with the same interest,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So bringing that back and ensuring that they're connected to each other.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's true. And maybe lastly, what kind of advice do you want to share with the people that maybe family members, maybe partners, that they have this responsibility of take care of older adults? Um, and yeah, because sometimes we are not aware that my words or maybe joking or something could be can we maybe practicing ageism, no, or this discrimination. So, what advice do you want to give us today if I am taking care of my mother or my grandmother?
There's help out there. There's
Mm.
respite programs. There's especially if people have they're a caregiver, Alzheimer, dementia person.
Mm.
There's
Mm.
services out there. So we always think, there's services for older adults. Those services for older adults also have services for caregivers, right?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And if you can just get out, if you're a caregiver and you can get out and maybe go to a nursing home or facility, an adult day health,
Mm.
take yourself out of the environment and see how these people are taken care of by
Mm.
other people or a support group, that has caregivers
Yeah.
that people can share because you need to take care of yourself as a caregiver.
Yeah.
There's caregiver burnout is real and it can
Yes.
cause you to lash out,
Mm.
neglect,
Mm-hmm.
to emotional abuse,
Yeah.
all kinds of things. You might feel resentful.
Mm.
So there is help out there. There is the um, caregiver program. It's the respite caregiver program at Boston Senior
Mm.
Home. They have the caregiver
Mm-hmm.
program as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Maybe it's, making a referral to Central Boston or Ethos, whatever catchment area
Mm-hmm.
this person lives in, making a referral for companion services, right? It's
Mm.
companion
Mm.
services
Yeah.
so that maybe you can get, and these services, most of them are free, right? So maybe it's companion services 2 hours a week or for whatever it is so you can just go out for a walk or just go get ice cream, sit in your room and just have a moment, watch a Netflix show.
Mm.
But find an outlet, and there are outlets out there. And
Mm.
if you don't know where to start, go to Central Boston.
Yeah.
Go to Boston Senior Home Care. Go to Ethos, wherever you are, whatever your aging access point is, go there and
Mm.
ask questions. And they can refer you to older adult um, referrals, services, anything that's resources, and connect a caregiver with
Mm-hmm.
resources as well. So there is an outlet.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Fatima. I think this is exactly what I pretty grateful about this space because we are having pretty amazing conversation, but also we want to give some specific practical advices about, okay, we can ask for help because we are living in an amazing city that there are a lot of resources
Yes.
and maybe we don't ask or we are not aware about them. So thank you for that. So in this video at the end, we are going to put some links and information that our audience can reach all these amazing organizations that can provide some help for all families and older adults. So Fatima, thank you so much. for your leadership, for your humanity, and your commitment, to ensuring that age never becomes a reason to be dismissed, ignored, or harmed. So, thank you again. Gracias a todos los que nos han acompañado hasta este momento del video. Por favor, suscríbanse, síganos, compartan este espacio para que otras personas puedan escuchar lo que hoy Fátima nos ha compartido. So,
Alberto, one more thing.
Yes, please.
Can I leave you with the 1-800 number to share?
Yes, please.
You see something, say something. I want to make that clear to everyone. Anyone can make a report. Anyone can self-report. You can report anonymous if you like. So the number is 1-800-922-2275. Perfect.
We are going to put it also at the end of the video with the number so everyone can see it. But thank you again, Fatima.
Thank you, Alberto. Have a good
great
day.
day. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.